Hey, Neil from Velo Expert. Welcome to another episode of Frugal Fridays. It's that time of year when your bike is constantly grubby. Whether you're on road, gravel or mountain bike, every ride at the moment you have to clean your bike afterwards. Now, this can get quite expensive if you're using proper cleaners all the time, and you might be tempted to use something like a washing up liquid or something that's not designed for the job, and that's something I'd really suggest you don't do. It might be cheaper, but there's a fair chance you're going to damage the frame, especially if you're using it a lot and repeatedly. So here are some tips to help you save some money whilst getting your bike properly clean in the most minging of seasons. So first up, I've been using Peatys Loam Foam for quite a while now. This stuff's really good, foams really well when you're cleaning the bike, does the job, keeps it clean, nice and easy to use. You've all seen a million videos of someone spraying a bike and scrubbing it off and how to do it. In fact, I've probably shared one too. But one thing, this bottle is $11.99 or 12 quid a bottle, which is about the going rate for one of these things, which can be quite expensive, especially at this time of year. So what I suggest you do is go for something like that. So that's the concentrate, and that will make 5 litres with this one bottle, but that's only $24.99. So that works out at roughly £5.50 a litre. So that's a lot cheaper and makes a big difference. You're also using a hell of a lot less plastic as well, because you've got one bottle and one spray bottle. Now, I'll be honest, I tend to mix it up a little bit, like a little bit less concentrated than they suggest. I do actually get more than 5 litres out of it, mainly because I always clean my bike straight from a ride, so it's generally wet, so it's not caked on, so it doesn't take as much force to get it clean. But that's a really good way of saving some money. Like I say, if you're constantly buying 1 litre bottles, it does add up. Go for the concentrate, save yourself a big chunk of change. That stuff's great, and I use it all the time. Another way of doing it, and from another brand who are a competitor to Peatys, is Mock-Off. So this is their punk powder, they call it. Now, I actually reviewed this for Bike Perfect back in the day. So this is an aluminium bottle, so fully reusable, really robust, works really well. And they're supplied with these little packets. So instead of having a full litre, you have it in a dry form in here, and you mix it up with the bottle. Again, you can mix these up a little bit less than they would recommend. Which means you can stretch it out a bit further. These are really good actually if you're stashing them in your van, because these take up a lot less space. Obviously one of these is a lot less than several litres of liquid. Both work really well. And then finally, one that's a bit of an outlier, and again, something I reviewed for Bike Perfect, but something I rarely see out and about, but it's an absolutely amazing piece of kit. So this is the Schwalbe bike soap. So that Schwalbe, the tyre company, actually make a few accessories and a few bits and pieces. And this one is one that I reviewed for Bike Perfect back in the day, and I literally have never seen anyone else use it, but I can't even get it out of here now, but basically it's a soap. So it works in the same way as a cleaner does. You put it on and it helps agitate all the dirt and it keeps it clean, but you use a brush. So I tend to spray most of the dirt off the bike, get the brush, get it wet, scrub it on here, and then brush it all over the bike. You imagine it's like one of the body soap kind of things you get from Lush, so the reusable soaps. Works really well, lasts forever. So I reviewed that probably over 2 years ago now, and I've used it a lot. They reckon you get 100 washes out of it. I think they're being really conservative. This thing pretty much lasts forever, and it's really cheap as well. It's not for sale on many bike shops, strangely, but on Amazon it's $12.95. And it lasts, honestly, just lasts and lasts and lasts. So that's a really top tip from a brand that you wouldn't expect to get a cleaning product from, that works very well and is under the radar. You can buy a little tin as well, which is, I can't remember how much these are, but they're not much, a few extra quid, and that really helps. And as you can see, mine's had a few batterings. This tends to live in my van. This is really good to take away with you and keep in your toolbox. It's super easy, always there. It doesn't work quite as well as the sprays. You know, the Loam Foam is better, but that is a proper Frugal Friday money-saving tip. This thing will go forever. So there we go. 3 easy tips for cleaning your bike and not spending an absolute fortune, especially this minging time of year. So if you've got any tips or any advice, pop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.